Well, before we start, can I just say Persona 5 fans or Persona fans in general are going to be eating well for a while. Hey guys, I'm Yami, and if you're new to the channel or this is your first video, I don't usually make content like this, but I've decided that I'm going to make you guys know about this new Persona game. And if you already knew, I want to make sure you know fully what you could be getting or what we could be getting. I decided that I'm gonna make a few more of these sort of videos analyzing not only Persona as a game but SMT in general. But I wanted to start off with this because it's really hot and it's brand spanking new. I've always been a fan, and I'll most likely always be a fan of Persona and Persona 5 in general. It's one of my favorite video games and favorite media of all time. But anyway, let's get started. In this video, we are going to be analyzing the characters, the backgrounds, the personas, and all around what seems to be going on with the new Phantom Thieves that we meet in the multiple trailers for the new Persona 5 extension game known as Persona 5 The Phantom X. A little context, if you are fans of Persona 5 or just Persona in general, you probably saw the trailers that have been circulating. These trailers for a new mobile game and technically a PC game as well called Persona 5 The Phantom X. In this game, you're going to be following a new group of Phantom Thieves as they traverse Tokyo and steal desires as Phantom Thieves do. So let's get to the first character. This first character you see is actually the protagonist of the new game with the code name of Wonder. We still don't have a confirmed manga name or confirmed animation name like we do with the rest of the protagonists, but that's only expected because these are the first few trailers that we got. He's a second year at Kaiba Academy. This protagonist seems to be around the same age as Joker when he first started his journey, but we kind of still don't know. We do know that he is at least an only child and his parents are away abroad, because that's the only flavor text we got for Wonder. That's what I'm just gonna call him since we don't have a real name for him. This next image you see is the protagonist in his Phantom Thief attire, and can I just say I love how it looks. Oh my god, it looks enough like the prior designs of all the other Phantom Thieves that you can see the similarities and how it looks and how it could move and whatnot. However, it still stands on its own. I can actually see the inspiration here. You can see a lot of it from Joker. Obviously, they're both protagonists, but they both also look slightly different from each other. I'm glad they made that distinction. Makoto and most likely Yoshizawa. And lastly, here is his persona named Genelsic or Genelisk. I don't know how to say it. I know it's supposed to be Slavic. Yeah. But according to legend, Genelsic robbed nobles and gave back to the poor with the loot he acquired. Much like Robin Hood, which you're going to hear me say often in this video because all these characters seem to be inspired slightly by a Robin Hood-esque figure. Next is Arai Suwa, who is sort of the fill-in or / the main female party member of this game. Her codename is Closer, and she is also a second year student at Kaiba Academy, and she as well shares a few classes with the protagonist or Wonder. The next image you see here is her in her own Phantom Thief attire, which really reminds me of Chie, which I'm so glad. I love Chie. She gives off the same energy as just less sexualized. Her persona is Awilda. I hope I said that right. Awilda, the Denmark-born pirate. However, Awilda is also known for being a Scandinavian princess who turned to piracy to evade her father. And I feel like that's gonna kind of ring true in, Closer's character. Lastly is Luffy. No, not that Luffy. The Luffy I'm talking about is obviously this one, the talking owl that hails from the metaverse. Much like Morgana and Teddy, Luffy wishes to find his purpose and meaning behind it. Luffy's code name is Cattle. This on your screen is his metaverse form. And lastly, this is his real world form. I personally like the design of Luffy. I've always liked owls and whatnot in general, but I like how they made him more unique when compared to Teddy and Morgana. I mean, all three of them are using the same gimmick of being an animal that hails from the metaverse that needs to somehow find themselves in the real world or just with the party. But I just like how they made him look different to an extent. Now this is his persona, Rob Roy. Rob Roy is actually someone I do know about that I didn't have to actually look into because he was a Scottish outlaw and was also known for being a Scottish equivalent to Robin Hood. Once again, Robin Hood being, brung up again. Usually, this is where I would, obviously end the video, say something like, thank you for watching, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But we actually have a little bit more information. In this image, you see 5 new Phantom Thieves, and we already know of 3 of them. Those obviously being Cattle, Closer, and Wonder. But as for the other 2, we still don't know who they are. We also got additional 2 more Phantom Thieves due to the gameplay trailer. The first of the additional 2 is a young man you see on your screen right now. In the gameplay trailer, we know that his persona is using Garu or wind magic, but other than that, we kind of know nothing about him. We also know that his persona is some sort of British, some sort of French swordsman-esque person. He may even be Spanish, to be honest. We know that he's not part of the 5, original, 5 Phantom Thieves in the original image, because he does not match any of the silhouettes, nor does his mask fit with any of the other characters in the image. There's only 1 extra male slot on the image, and that male slot looks somewhat of a cowboy, so obviously he does not fit that. Next is a young lady who surprisingly also does not appear on the 5 silhouetted image. We know nothing about her character other than that she has a rifle or like a DMR as her gun of choice. We also seen her perform a baton pass with Closer, so we were able to see a better look at her model, which bears a striking resemblance, surprisingly, to the new Velvet Room attendant. I'm not saying that these 2 are the same character, although that would be cool, but I'm not saying that. I just found it a little weird that they both kind of have the same kind of bun braid things. I'm sorry, I'm not really all that good with hair. This means the Phantom Thieves already have 7 confirmed members. Now, this means if they're going the same number of characters from the original Persona 5 Royale or Persona 5, we're gonna get at least like 3 more characters, including the protagonist, obviously. And this number kind of came because in the addition of Violet from Royale, it counts up to about 10, because obviously there's Joker, then there's An, Yuji, Morgana, Futaba, Yusuke, Noir, Makoto, Akechi, and then obviously Violet. We're not going to be counting any of the people from like Scramble, because Scramble is a continuation of Persona 5, yes, but wasn't one of the core team members in both games, so I kind of just deducted them. But if we were counting them, that would make the total 12. So we may get 12 new characters, although I think it's highly, highly unlikely. We are also get a shot of the original Phantom Thieves not in the gameplay trailer, on the Chinese website. However, Akechi is surprisingly missing from the lineup. which is mainly surprising because all these characters have, acknowledgments of Robin Hood, but the character that has Robin Hood as a persona isn't in the trailer. Anyway, finally, I want to talk about the naming convention with this new group. So far, we have Cattle, Wonder, and Closer. And all this kind of tends to the idea of dreams, because obviously sheep or cattle wondered. Either you can wonder or like daydream, and then you have closer. Maybe it represents like coming closer to your dreams or like your aspirations. I don't know. Now I'm kind of like diving slightly into speculation, and I say this because if it is the case that this is going to be more like a dream focused team, I can completely understand why, because their personas are all from folklore, and like tall tales. They could be real, they could not be real, almost like a dream. But this can apply to many personas in the Persona series, not just obviously this team. Anyway, this is all we know about the game, and it is obviously fantastic. We know at least that there are 7 members of the team. We know that the personas for we know 4 of the personas out of the 7 already confirmed. And lastly, we already know that there's something going on with dreams, or aspirations, which could just equal to desires. Anyway, that was today's video. Thank you guys for joining me, and take care. Subscribe if you liked. Oh, and comment, sorry, if you found anything I said in this video interesting, or if you have your own ideas of what could be going on in this new game. See ya.